while back for a friend's wedding instead of purchasing something as a gift, which I also did from the registry. I was good. I got something from the registry that they actually requested, but you know, that can be so impersonal. And so I decided that I should also make something. So what I did was I made a tissue box cover that had a nice little shape on top. It looks like a potted plant, essentially. And I have been requested to make another. So I am going to document my process of making another, because otherwise I will forget and I will never make it. So here we go. I have a couple different colors on here. I believe this is a free pattern. Let me find who it is by. Crystallized Designs, the succulent tissue cover. Free pattern, I will link it below. For my birthday, I got this adorable thing that is a craft bag. It has places where you can put your hooks in the side, and little zipper pouches for needles and stuff, I suppose, and little inside pouches for like stitch markers, and it's got, get this, things that crafters get excited about. I'll show with this one because it's already unraveled. It's got little holes where you can have your yarn in your bag, kind of like a box, and then you can pull through. So that's exciting. That's really exciting, you guys. I've been wanting one of these for a while. I have a really big one that has a setup similar to this, but this is really nice because it's more travel friendly. It's for smaller projects, of course, but it is travel friendly. I have a few different size 4 hooks. These do tend to make my hand cramp regardless, so I have a bunch of different styles of the size 4 hook. That helps that I can switch which style of hook after a while in order to avoid getting a major hand cramp. This one, yeah, I broke down and got a Woobles kit. Those are actually really beginner friendly if you're scared of crochet. They're expensive. I think they're a little overpriced, but they do give you like everything you need to succeed. So if you're scared by crochet but want to try it, I guess go ahead and go for the Woobles kit, because it gives you this kind of basic beginner yarn and a whole bunch of videos and step-by-steps on what to do. I mostly just bought this one for the hook because it's a Scooby-Doo hook and I'm a sucker for Scooby-Doo. Oh, hey, I didn't even realize I wore this. This one's like an ergonomic one, so is this one. These are really all ergonomic. Basically, the type of hook that I would say to avoid is those straight aluminum, just super thin aluminum pole ones. Those are terrible. Those will make your hand cramp so fast. Let's actually get started now. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one started in the bag because it feels right. I'm gonna start with the Scooby hook because I'm just in a Scooby mood. So you'll notice when chaining something, usually it will tell you to make one more chain than the next row will have. That's because the extra chain is there to bump your row up a step. So if you are making your own patterns and you want to start with a straight chain, add one more chain to the end of your row than you will actually need, so that you don't lose a stitch on the way back. Because you always start, like if you're doing a single crochet on the way back, you start in the second chain from the hook. There we go. So we've reached the end of that row. Now we're gonna chain 1 and turn. So this is a more traditional crochet style, just going down and across. I really like this yarn, but unfortunately I do not remember what yarn it is or where I got it because the label's torn off. It's gone. And I've had this yarn, this pink yarn, for so long. Genuinely, I had this when I started knitting, because when I found it, it was sitting on a pair of knitting needles, like half knitted. And so I could not tell you where this yarn came from at all. It's very like soft. I like the color. Probably got it at like Walmart or something before I realized how bad the Walmart yarns were. There's not really any good place to get yarn anymore. Like Michael's is okay. I'd say it has the widest selection, but at the same time, it doesn't really give you what you need. It doesn't have a wide enough selection. And then like Hobby Lobby, they don't carry any yarn but their own, which is fine because they have some good yarns, but their quality's not the best and their yarns don't have a huge variety. And then you go to Walmart and you have mostly these cheap brands that are no good, And again, not a lot of variety. Yeah, there's just not a lot going on in person, which leaves you to then have to buy yarn online, which is fine, but you can't judge the colors very well. That's like with the Project Hail Mary beanbag. I thought I was getting a much darker blue than I was, so I wound up having to reorder yarn. It's a very convoluted process these days since the death of Joanne Fabrics. So I think now is the part where we're gonna make the opening on the top of the box. Front loop only, so if you've never encountered front loop only, that means like just what it says. So each crochet thing has 2 loops, and I am going to go up through only the first loop, just adding some texture to the top. You can see that single crocheting in the front just kind of added like a bump to it, just a little texture ridge. Okay, so now we are going to crochet the opening. This one's super simple. This is a nice beginner pattern. I would say you want to make sure that your stitches are very loose, otherwise you can get yourself into a bit of trouble with the sizing. I'm gonna finish off this row and call it there. So we will pick up with this. I'm really liking how this yarn is working up. Again, I wish I could recall what yarn this was because it's a really good yarn. So continuing on, we have about the top part halfway done, and we'll see how this develops into a tissue box.